Hello, hello, hello. Oops. Wrong window pop. You know, it's like you try to do. It's just. What was we doing? Oh, it's coffee time. That was it. So I got a bit confused. The technology confused me. Yeah, it's coffee time. We do the news. Do the news. I don't know about you, but I'm a bit bombed out by Black Friday. It's everywhere, isn't it? It's Black Friday everywhere. Emails just bombard you with discount codes and offers, and I'm just exhausted already. And I can see on the Daily Mail website they're doing Black Friday 2023 live. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. The stories on the top are not very good. They're not very good. Not very good. Right, okay. We're doing this story broke. I think it broke yesterday. But you'll be happy to know that in China they're going back to social distancing, wearing masks and being told to stay at home because there's an undiagnosed pneumonia outbreak that's been detected in Beijing and Liaoning, which is a province 500 miles northeast of the capital. Apparently health facilities are overwhelmed with sick children. This time it attacks the kids. Great. Oh boy. Yeah, so there's been a real mass outbreak of this pneumonia-like infection. Oh, great. And children are presenting with lung inflammation, high fever, but not a cough or other symptoms that signal flu, RSV, or other respiratory illnesses. The situation has prompted an alert from ProMed, a disease surveillance system, which similarly sounded an alarm on the mystery infection that happened in Wuhan back in 2019. Who can remember that? Who remembers COVID? Do you remember COVID? I remember COVID. Well, anyway, the WHO, not the horrible WHO, the World Health Organization, have got involved, and they said what's going on to China, and China went, nothing to see here. This is where it's happening. So yay, it's probably already in the country. I wouldn't worry about it. Don't go out, everyone. Stay at home. Wear a mask. Get vaccinated. And if you want to be really careful, wear a condom as well, just to be on the safe side. I'm sure everything will be just fine. Now, I had pneumonia as a teenager, and I don't recommend it. Any respiratory illness, I don't recommend. I don't recommend it at all. So, yeah. What else have we got? It's not cool news. Okay, let's do some cool news. It's not a good one though. Brian Saunders, right, has been accused of attacking his neighbour following a dispute over fence and an ivy bush. Here he is. He looks a bit of a bruiser, doesn't he? He looks a bit of a bruiser. Yeah. The 52-year-old allegedly attacked his parents' neighbour, Wendy Douglas, who was 68, fracturing her eye socket and breaking her collarbone and ribs on June the 12th, 2021. So it goes back. This is a bit of an old case because, again, the law courts are still backed up with... Why has it gone wrong? Sorry. Backed up with court cases. This happened in Ascot Road in Kingston Park. Newcastle Crown Court heard. Saunders claims she suffered injuries after she tripped over a dog trying to get up from a sun lounger before falling into a plant pot and suffering what appeared to be a fit, with the defendant rushing to help. So he denies attacking her. He says she fell over a dog. Yeah. And I fell over a dog. I fell over a dog earlier in the year. Smashed me Apple Watch. I was never got over it. So yeah, Miss Douglas though told the court there was an ongoing dispute with the Saunders' parents over an ivy bush belonging to them. It wrapped itself around a fence, causing it to lean into a property. Saunders' father then allegedly attacked the fence, leaving Miss Douglas no choice but to remove it, and she refused to replace the fence till the ivy bush was brought under control. Neighbours at war. But on June the 12th, 2021, events came to a head when she started trimming the bush. She was trimming her bush in the garden, like you do. But the neighbour came out and began shouting at her, saying, "You can't trim your bush here. Do it in the bathroom." She said he went back in the house and he said, "You'll regret this." I didn't pay attention. I thought it was an empty threat. I sat there on sun lounger to read my book. He went inside, slammed the door. About 20 minutes later, I heard a car coming. A few minutes later, I heard a voice to my left and it was his son. I heard a voice saying, "I want a word with you." When I looked up, it was Brian. He repeated, "I want a word with you." And I ignored him. She said there was an exchange of words about putting a new fence before Saunders spotted a mobile phone in her hand. He said, "You're recording this conversation, aren't you?" That's when he came through a gap and snatched the phone out of my hand. He then proceeded to stamp on my phone. I was just looking in amazement. It all happened so fast. I couldn't comprehend what was happening. Next thing I know, I was flying through the air and I was on the ground with him trying to fight him off. I think I had a blow to the face. The next thing I know, I was on my back. He was more or less on top of me. I was trying to fight him off. He put his knee across my right shoulder and I couldn't move. He had me pinned down. He had his hand around my throat. I thought he was going to strangle me. He was shaking my head by the neck, and as he screamed, "You will get sorted," shouted. I went into an out-of-body experience. I thought, "Wendy, scream as loud as you can." And I thought someone might come and help me. And I was screaming at the top of my lungs. I hope somebody would hear. I thought, am I going to get out of this? I will never forget what happened. You never forget anything like that. The victim was taken to hospital by police. She had a fractured eye socket, broken collarbone, broken ribs, and she also suffered a hemorrhage in her eye. Saunders was also accused of stealing Miss Douglas' mobile phone during the incident. He denies causing grievous bodily harm with intent, grievous bodily harm and theft. The trial continues. Now, what do you think? Do you think she fell over a dog, or do you think he went for her? I don't know. Good news, everybody. Good news. Who likes immigration? Immigration's great, isn't it? You get real genetic diversity in the country. New cultures coming, new takeaways. More people to deliver those takeaways too. But yeah, the Tories they've been trying to get rid of all the immigrants. They don't like the immigrants for some reason, and yeah, it's all gone a bit wrong for them. Because new figures have just come out. The ONS, ONS, that's the Office for National Statistics, has drastically increased its figure for the year from December to December from up to 606,000 new people to 745,000, a raise of 139,000 people. Which is almost the same as the population of Cambridge. Yes, we have the population of Cambridge coming in. And it's fueled by non-EU arrivals from India, China, Pakistan, Ukraine and Nigeria. Well, we want to stop the people from China coming in because of that new pneumonia. Don't want any of that. But yeah, it's record figures. Did it make you proud? I love the little thing. Did it make you proud? It's because everyone wants to come and live here. Best place on earth, centre of the universe. There you go. Makes you feel proud. But it's only good if we invest in the infrastructure. More doctors, more dentists, more schools. Just generally more facilities. But we don't. And so what we do is we build on empty land and abandoned property, which we knock down. We redeveloped for, what do they say? They say it's, what they call it, low-cost housing. It's always flats, and they're always up in the region of £400,000, which isn't particularly low cost. Have you noticed that? But then there's no extra facilities built. It's happening around here. I'm talking from experience. And yeah. Our doctor I belong to, has 14,000 patients on its books. Yeah, and it's expanding. It's going to be actually expanding its practice so it can accommodate, I think they said, another 5,000 patients. It's good, isn't it? But anyway, I've gone on. I'm just moaning, again, for people who might not be following, I'm moaning about the lack of investment in the infrastructure, social infrastructure of this country, you know, because it's all right having these people, but you need all those facilities. Haven't they played, like, it used to be called Sim City, but I think it's called Skylines now, where you have to build a city, you know? You'd think they'd do it. Anyway, here's a lovely infographic showing where everyone's coming in. Look at that. Doesn't it make you proud? Make you proud. But yeah, so Tories are going to have to appease the far right. Meanwhile, parents are furious. They were furious. They were furious. This is parents of children from Tower School in Ashford in Kent. They've criticised the school's ridiculous policy of demanding children coming to school on Saturdays for detention. Yeah, head teacher Richard Billings has brought in a detention policy, which means kids have to go in on Saturdays to do their time, do their bird. And they've said it's prison-like, the parents have, and it's a ridiculous policy. But he said the new scheme is meant to sustain a focused, calm environment for children and minimise disruption at the school. But parents aren't happy, saying weekends are for family time and teachers are there to teach, not to instil discipline. No, they're meant to instil discipline and teach. Schools aren't there to feed children, remember? That's the thing. Anyway, I think I like the cut of his jib. This is the fella involved. This is the head teacher who they're getting annoyed with. He looks like a guy who wants to take control, and this is the school in question. And yeah, I think again it's a deterrent. It's that thing of you're going to miss. And I'm beginning to think we were threatened with stuff like this back in the day, but I don't think they ever brought it in. But yeah, under the school's disciplinary procedure, if a pupil is removed from class during periods 1 to 4, they will attend a 1-hour detention from 3:15 to 4:15 on the same day. But if a pupil is removed from class during period 5, the detention would be served the following day. However, if the child is given a reset, which is when they stay out of class until they're ready to return, 4 times in 1 week, they will be required to attend a detention on Saturday. These run from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. and are overseen by senior leadership. One parent, Leanne Kirkin, who has 2 children at school, said, "The policy is ridiculous. I would not send my children in if they receive a Saturday detention. Weekends are for family time for children to rest after a week at school." Obviously, it's their kids that are playing up, isn't it? Oh, look at that. That slither of sunlight coming in. What a difference a day make. Yesterday it was like midnight. Yeah, I don't know. I just think if your kids are rotters, they should go in. Yeah, it's teaching discipline. I think that's a good thing. That's a good thing, isn't it? Can't read that one. That's a horrible story. Following on from our opening story, experts are warning that there could be a COVID Christmas spike. What did you get for Christmas? COVID. Well, I've been jabbed, so because I'm vulnerable, I'm special. Say what is the figures? An uptick. This is coming from Australia, actually. This is Australian news. Daily Mail. I wish you'd put like a little flag so I know. This is data from New South Wales, released on Thursday. Shows that COVID indicators increased across the board. So this is for our Australian viewers. We do get a few of them. And yeah, total emergency department presentation for COVID for the fortnight ending November the 19th were higher than the fortnight ending November the 5th, although there was a small decline, the report states. So yeah, I mean, it's It was a 20% jump with more than 17,300 vaccine. Oh no, it's the vaccine. Who cares? It's Australia. Who cares what's going on in Australia? It's summer there anyway, isn't it? They shouldn't be getting COVID in the summer. What's wrong with them? Meanwhile, this is COVID adjacent, COVID related. Dr. Sarah Myhill, who's a private practitioner, posted online videos and articles advocating the taking of vitamins and other substances in high doses to treat COVID. And she also recommended using a livestock dewormer to treat the virus. There you go. Would you trust this woman? No. So yeah, she's a medical practitioners tribunal service found that she was risking the safety by exposing people to potential serious harm, and she used her website to promote iodine and vitamin C and D to protect against COVID. However, she failed to highlight the risks of megadosing vitamin C, and her recommendations undermined public health without proof that they actually worked. Myhill from Knighton in Paris also promoted livestock dewormer ivermectin, which was backed by Joe Rogan. Would you get your health advice from Joe Rogan? No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't mind his podcast, but come on. It's Joe Rogan, for Christ's sake. He's a stand-up comic who got into acting and then is giving you health advice. But anyway. But yeah. Back in 2021, the US Food and Drug Administration released a statement about the drugs, and it said, "You are not a horse, you are not a cow. Serious, y'all. Stop it." And they did say y'all. The tribunal found substances were not universally safe when used in the way she recommended. She worked for 20 years as an NHS GP before she decided to go private, and she was suspended from the medical register for 9 months earlier this year for misconduct following her recommendations during COVID, and she's been banned for an extra year on the back of that. So it's not good. It's not good. So yeah, try and get a proper doctor rather than one of those mad ones. Nobody wants a mad doctor. Doctor Who? No, I got it in. Happy birthday, Doctor Who. It's their 160th birthday, at least it feels like it. What else have we got? Meanwhile, in the Netherlands, Geert Wilders has been elected. What? Isn't he like a radical right winger? He's banned. I think he's banned from the UK. Yeah, he's won a monster victory in yesterday's Dutch general elections. The 60-year-old, who is anti-Islam, known as the Dutch Trump. Have you had a Dutch Trump lately? Smoking a pancake. Again, I'm sure he's banned over it. Here he is, the Dutch Trump again. He's a bit of a Boris, isn't he? He's a bit of a Boris, bit of a Trump. He's got the hair going on there. And yeah, he won. Oh my God. Yeah, he was once turned away from Britain's Heathrow Airport for being too extreme. But now he's trying to woo other Netherlands political parties to form a coalition government, because that's what it's like over there. It's a bit odd over there in Europe. They don't have proper voting like we have. You know, first past the post. They have all that stuff where they end up with loads of coalition governments that get nothing done. His populist PVV, or Freedom Party, won 37 seats, more than doubling its share from the last election. So yeah, he said, "I had to pinch my arm," addressing a jubilant crowd. So yeah, and I reckon he might be pushing for an exit. An exit, innit? Isn't that a Netherlands exit from Brexit? A Brexit, Nexit, Lexit, Nexit. So yeah, fascinating. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. Is it? Are you in the Netherlands? I know Fred is, but I don't think he watches this. What do you think? Leave your comments in the comments. But he won't do it. Oh dear. He was banned from Britain once. I reckon it's a lurch to the right. I just think people ping. I think people just get a bit fed up with the status quo, don't they? What else have we got? Oh, I've got to cover this one. Britain's cheapest fish and chips. Oh God, I could murder cod and chips right now. Oh, this is Pollard's Place on Holderness Road in Kingston upon Hull. It's been dubbed the cheapest portion of fish and chips in the UK. And I often get queues going out of the door with desperate customers wanting to get their greasy mitts on the fishy treat. Yeah, they're saying that they sell the British Classic for just 99p. My God, manager Pete Turnell claimed they served around 2,000 portions of their battered cod in one day. He said, we're always doing deals and we had a small portion of fish and chips for 99p. The response for customers is immense. We've never had so many people through the door. Oh, now I'm probably eating a bacon sandwich right now because that's what we're having. We had soup yesterday instead of bacon sandwich and we're swapping it around. We're mixing it up, aren't we, Mrs.? She's nodding. But what do you reckon? I could do with some of that. And yeah, this is Pollard's Place. You might want to get along there and sample his wares. And Mr. Pollard, if you want to do a sponsorship and you want to send me some fish and chips, I'll gladly be sponsored by you. There you go. I never do stuff. I just got hankering for some fish and chips. He said the customers love it. It's the cheapest portion in the UK. And look, here they are, queuing to get in there. Oh, it's a magnificent sight. It's a wonderful thing. Meanwhile, the Falklanders they've responded to El Loco, Javier Milei, and they said no, because he's the new Argentine president, prime minister, whatever, and he said we're taking them back. The region, because again they've been arguing over the Falklands for years, the Malvinas or wherever they put it, and the Falkland Islands said no, we're going to stay part of the UK, and that there we will live in freedom under the government of our choice. Mark Pollard, the chair of the Falkland Islands Legislative Assembly, said the Falklands are British and any discussions of their sovereignty are non-negotiable. So, yeah, that's Mark Pollard who's saying that. He's saying, no, El Loco, no. Good news, everybody. Ofgem has confirmed that the average household energy bill will rise by £94 a year in January. Yes, the energy cap is going up again. I think it's bringing it just shy of £2,000 a year. Gee, thanks. Can I move forward now? Gee, thanks. I should really close the curtains, but then it'll be too dark. I can't do that one. Here we go. We've had cheap fish and chips. It's a bit of a foodie one today, isn't it? How about Christmas dinner for £1.50? Oh yeah, because Iceland, the shop, not the country, has announced return of a festive favourite. Yes, it's the luxury Iceland festive pie is back, and it's got everything in it. It's got everything in a pie. Christmas in a pie. The only thing it's missing is a mince pie in the pie and some Christmas pud in the pie. That'd be Pie-mageddon, wouldn't it? Pieception. So yeah, you get all the Christmas dinner and the trimmings in a pie. You get a box of 2 for £3, so that's £1.50 each. Encased in the short crust pastry are helpings of diced turkey, sage onion stuffing, pig in a blanket. That's a cocktail sausage wrapped in bacon. And yeah, you got diced Brussels sprouts. Oh no, not for me, thanks. Peas, carrots, sweetened dry cranberries, and with a buttery puff pastry lid. And I think there must be some gravy in there as well, otherwise it'd be very dry. Yes, Andrew Stannerland, Group Buyer Director of Iceland Foods, said, we launched the festive pie in 2019. We've been inundated with customers asking for its return, so we'd like to bring it back this year. An entire Christmas dinner encased in puff pastry. What's not to love? So, Mrs., that's what we're going to get. We're going to get that. No turkey for us. We're having a Christmas pie. Why not? Oh, here we go. This is an interesting one. Cosmetic surgery news, but not normally when we do it. It's usually people who've made a mess of their faces. But this is Ellie Connolly from Dartford in Kent. Right, she apparently had surgery to correct an overbite. Right, so here's the before and after X-rays of her overbite. Sorry. So you can see it's a radical operation. So she had a bit of the top mandible. That's what they say. I'm being all clever. Mandible is more pronounced, and here they've equalised it. An amazing bit of surgery, but even though it changed the way, and here she is afterwards. This was done on the NHS, and she had it done when she turned 18. Despite having orthodontic, making it up as I go along, orthodontic treatment from a child, she had to have this corrective surgery. But she was coming back from Cyprus this month from holiday, and she was stopped by the automated barriers because her face no longer matched her passport picture. Yeah, the 24-year-old had jaw surgery last year to correct a 14mm overbite, and it has changed her face significantly. Well, here she is now. They've put the glam pic. They put the glam pic up there, and we've got the picture of the passport. Here we are on the passport. Here you go. And the scanner didn't recognise her. So that's how radical it's changed the shape of her face. And you can see it here as well, the before and after. So there you go. Have to get a new passport, won't you? Who would have thunk it, that it would? The scanners are that sensitive. You'd think that, you know, they wouldn't be, because it's still you. Meanwhile, have you been putting your bulbils all on the wrong tree, the wrong way round? It's all wrong. Everything is wrong. Oh, is this TikTok? I think it might be. Anyway, we head over to TikTok. A TikToker from Florida has sent the platform into meltdown, showing you how to correctly hang your bulbils. Now, my bulbils, they hang magnificently. The missus often stares admirably at the way my bulbils hang, and also when I decorate the tree. But yeah, what she does now, this is I don't know if this is stupidity or big brain thinking, but she uses a pipe cleaner to attach. Now I don't have that problem because my ancient Walworth's Christmas tree, which is entering its, crikey, 35th year? No, 25th year. I think it's about 25. It's 25 years old, I think. That feels about right. Yeah, 25 years old. Is one of those fake trees. So it's got the pipe cleaner kind of ending. So I just hook them up and then hang me ornaments off that. So I mean, I suppose this would be good if she's got like a real Christmas tree. I suppose that'd be useful for that, because you could just kind of tie it on, couldn't you? So Yeah, I think that gets my approval. I think that is a decent hack for Christmas tree decorations, though for me, don't need it. Don't need it. Meanwhile, have you been having a root round in your garage? Well, for one fella, does it say who he is? No, it doesn't say. It doesn't say. It doesn't say who discovered it. It's an anonymous person has discovered this, but they describe this as a Del Boy moment. Again, that's a reference to Only Fools and Horses, where they find the rare watch and it makes them millionaires finally. Well, one grandson inherited a Chinese cup, a 350-year-old Chinese cup, which he discovered at the back of a Cotswold garage. Right. Now, the thing about this cup is it has magical aphrodisiac qualities because it's a rhinoceros horn libation cup. Here it is. And while it doesn't look like much, it could work. It could raise quite a bit of money. It dates back to the Kangxi period, 1662 to 1722, of the Qing dynasty and Imperial China. They reckon the cup is going to attract worldwide interest when it goes under the hammer at Hanson's Auctioneers at Etwell in Derbyshire. Hanson, the owner, says, I regularly visit clients' homes to assess antiques. I completed my visit. I was sitting in my car and about to drive off with away when the couple asked if they could show me one more thing. They disappeared into the garage, and what was placed into my hand was a magical find, a rare Chinese object dating back to the 17th or early 18th century. He said, I instantly recognised it as a libation cup. It was beautifully carved out of rhinoceros horn and displayed intricate detail. Here we go. Rhinoceros horn libation cups are used for communal drinking at important ceremonies in Chinese scholarly circles, and they're thought to have magical properties. The pre-sale guide price is between 3,000 and 5,000. I reckon it could hit 5,000, but I reckon it could sell for a lot more when the sale takes place on the 30th. That's in a week's time, so keep your eye out for that. Put a bid in if you want a rhinoceros cup, rhinoceros horn cup. So there we go. I'm trying to find if there's any animal stories. Meanwhile, an update on the Iceland, not the place, not the shop. Remember the volcano eruption? I reckon they could have less than 30 minutes warning for the eruption to happen. And there is stunning drone footage of inside the crater now. Yeah, Iceland continues to brace for an imminent volcanic eruption, as tremors this week suggest it's set to explode soon with only a 30-minute warning. 4,000 people evacuated this month from the coastal town of Grindavik as the ground shook, roads cracked, and buildings suffered structural damage. We've seen the cracks it had made. On Tuesday, the Icelandic Meteorological Organisation, which believes the quake could happen with just 30-minute warning, announced that the danger zone for the volcano has been expanded. And this is drone footage from CNN. Oh no, I don't want to. I want. Where's the footage? Nope, that ain't working. But there is a picture. He said there is a picture. Shut up, CNN. I muted you. I won't show it just in case of a copyright thing. Just realised. But yeah, I don't know if is that glowing inside or is it just the contrast. But yeah, so there you go. It could happen any minute now. Scary, isn't it? Keep an eye out for that. Can't do that. Oh yeah, this is a weird one. This is on the border of America and Canada. And they initially thought it was a terrorist attack, but the video footage shows it isn't. And again, it's an amazing piece of footage, and I've just got to wait for it to get queued up. Oh, here we go. At the top of the screen, you see a car just whizzing, and it just propels itself up and just goes into the building. I don't know if you can see that. It's like something from the Dukes of Hazzard. That was a Bentley Flying Spur. It's a supercar. And I've not named the person who's in it. That was a $300,000 Flying Spur Bentley supercar. They've not named who did it, but it caused some damage and left a 40-foot fireball with car pieces, everything, killing its 2 occupants. Now, initially, they thought it might have been a terrorist incident, but it turns out it wasn't. Apparently, a 56-year-old who hasn't been named is thought to have suffered some sort of medical incident before he hit the barricade at high speed and flying into the crossing. His car basically flew over an 8-foot fence before exploding into a fireball that killed him and his wife. The pair just left a casino near the border, and they were heading towards a Kiss concert in Toronto. But funny enough, the concert was cancelled when Paul Stanley, the frontman of the band, was taken ill. But yeah, absolutely terrible, terrible thing. And yeah, it's more... Just amazing. Oh, that's an animal story. Not a good one though. We have laundry fouls. Laundry fouls. This is from Bored Panda. They stole those pictures. Daily Mail stole it from them, and I'm stealing it. I'm like a modern day digital Robin Hood, stealing from the rich, liberating it for the poor. You poor bastards who watch this every day. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll apologise. Well, that got it dry, didn't it? That got. Okay, about this one. We've all shrunk things. That was a grandmother's glove that got shrunk. Now a small child wouldn't be able to fit in it. Now this has happened to me. I've done this. Do you remember when I was cleaning out the washing machine, and it suddenly all bubbled up? Yeah, I was trying to get rid of the lime scale, and I had a bit of a chemical reaction, and it went like that. Like that one. Dog wears that outfit. I can't even get it over her head. There you go. A dry disaster meant the blackout blinds are now no longer blackout blinds. But if it's very unusual, almost surrealistic pattern. It's lovely. And that's what happens when a pen explodes inside in your drum of your machine. And yeah, that's what happens when you put your trainers. And again, I've done a similar thing inside the dryer. They get melted. Again, I'll put mine in to be washed, and I think it had automatically selected a dryer setting. Normally, you put them in the washing, put your trainers in the washing machine just to give them a rinse off and then dry them out. And it must have been a dryer setting was automatically triggered, and yeah, my trainers melted. But yeah, it's just stupidity, really. Should have checked. Oh my god, that was a communal dryer. They put their trousers in and got somebody else's dog's hairs. And bloody hell, the panel was just shattered. My goodness. And yeah. For them, one trouser leg was shrunk shorter than the other. There you go. And doing 2 months worth of washing, they were left with 32 unmatched socks. That didn't happen. That's a fake. Can't lose that many socks. Can you? Maybe you can. Meanwhile, we can end it now. It's the Comedy Wildlife Photography Awards. We did cover some of this, but let's do it again. Right? We got the winner. Right? The winner is, and it's a worthy winner. It's the air guitar playing kangaroo. There we go. I love that one. It's one of my favourites. What else did we get? The ballerina otter from Singapore. Now, we had the Singapore fighting otters, didn't we? And there's excuse me, I got bored by my own voice. There's a monkey acting all coy. Look at that. That's a grouse. That is a great picture, isn't it? What a great picture. And of course, he went that way. And yeah, there you go. That was a ground squirrel jumping as if he could fly into the air. And there you go. But it was the air guitar kangaroo that won. What won it? Well done, Mr. Kangaroo. I don't think he gets. He doesn't get the prize. But yeah, there were 5,300 entries from 1,842 contestants from 85 countries. And Jason Moore from Perth, with his kangaroo picture, is the winner. And somebody with many guitars. I approve. I approve. There we go. Thank you. Should we see if there's anybody in? Probably not. Nobody's watching. No one's watching. 9 people. Blimey. Andrew's in. He says I'm in. Tyrone Rogers is obviously no one, so let's just get rid of him. Bye bye. Dog cam. No, she's not in here. I can't do it if she's not in here. And runs in. He says hi. Andrew says the guy reminds me of Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin. Possibly. And just says hi. He gets in just at the last minute there. Thank you for watching. That was Coffee Time. Killing the channel one video at a time. You know, you've got to drink it up. Ta-ta.